going on, everybody? We're back at it like a crack addict. This is the TSR show. Got my boy Ant and my boy Smurf. Obviously, you guys see this is something totally different than what we've been doing. We didn't have a show last week, had some technical difficulties with this whole Zoom shit, and it didn't come out the way we wanted it to. But now we kind of fixed those things. We're getting back right on track, and it's time to hit it with the off the top. So I'm gonna throw it to Ann on this one. Ann, you got an off the top?
Yeah, I got an off the top this week. I just got it off the top, and it's kind of for everybody out there. I just want to just tell everybody out there, don't ever let anybody have control of you. And what I'm talking about is your emotions, your anger, your happiness. Don't let anybody ever have control over that shit, because it turned into a fucking burden, man. Turned into a fucking burden to the point where you don't even know where you're going anymore because you're angry, you're upset all the time. And these fucking, and I hate to say it like this because I sound misogynistic, these fucking cunts. And it's about them. They're trying to get under our skin. They're trying to fuck with us. And it's like, just let it go, brother. Everybody just let it go. Just don't let them get to you. And I've done that recently, and I felt a whole fucking lot better. And I just want to say, I know I really come off like a misogynist, a dick. I hate women. I really do hate them. I'd punch them in the face if I had a chance to, if that bitch was a fucking idiot. But fuck them, bro. These bitches are trying to take our lives away from us. They're trying to fucking take our livelihood, these fucking tramps. They don't even know how to fucking be nice anymore. You guys are condescending fucking whores. And I'm tired of it. And I'm tired of fucking being taken advantage of. But anyways, I'm moving forward. This is the last you're gonna hear about. Last you're gonna hear about this shit. I'm moving forward. And I just feel like I'm turning a page in my life, and I feel great. I really feel good. I really feel like, off a lot of stuff that's happened, I feel fucking great because I don't need these bitches no more. I don't need no fucking little tramps and little these whores. Fuck them. I got me, and that's it.
And you got us, baby, the TSR show.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I got my boys too. I got my boys. Yeah, I got my boys too, because I know they look out for me too. But I'm just saying, for all the guys out there, you feel like these women out there are something to you. They ain't shit, bro. You know what they are? They're condescending fucking cunts. They are fucking ridiculous. They are like vampires. Just drain the blood out of us because we're so fucking dumb we don't know better. Shut the fuck up. You need to turn around and tell the girl, no, I'm going to slap the taste out of your mouth and shut the fuck up, bitch. Because these women don't understand that now. No, I'm not talking physically. But don't check them verbally anymore. Do you remember when we used to check women verbally? Hey,
Whoa.
No, when you tell a girl that, oh my God.
Hold on. Back up and say that again, because you did cut out. This was the technical difficulties we were talking about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What I'm talking about is women don't know how to be talked to. Because back in the day, we used to say, shut the fuck up, don't talk to us like that. Guys don't do that now. So now, guys that see themselves being taken advantage of by these bitches and these cunts, you gotta stop and say, hey, bitch, don't fucking take advantage of me like that. Shut the fuck up and go about your business. Your pussy's good, but it ain't that good. Because the only thing a woman got to bring to a relationship is pussy. That's it. She don't bring nothing else. She don't bring money. She don't bring nothing else. It's her pussy. And then we become successful, and then she becomes successful because she's a loser. That's all women are. They're losers. They just fucking tag along on good men to fucking become something, those fucking tramps. And that's what I'm talking about right there. Excuse my language.
Alrighty then. I'm not the top.
Sounds like Anthony needs to go see Dr. Phil.
Well, mine is not the same at all. It you hit it. You started real deep, real deep. Mine is kind of in the same way. I just kind of, it's not with women, but I just hate how fucking people, we skip over Thanksgiving. Everybody after Halloween starts putting up all their Christmas shit. Even before Thanksgiving, I see Christmas trees going up all over Instagram, and they're like getting ready for the holidays. And if you put up your Christmas tree before Thanksgiving, and then you also have the American flag standing right out or hanging from your house, you're like, that's like the least patriotic thing you could do, is just skip right over Thanksgiving and move on to Christmas. Because Christmas is for the whole world. But Thanksgiving, that's like the number one patriotic thing that you can do. Let's be honest here. And most people skip over it. I've even seen, hold on, one more thing. I've even seen people on Thanksgiving, like especially this year, I don't know if it was the quarantine or what, they're not even cooking turkeys anymore. People are making like fried chicken, doing all their own dishes for Thanksgiving. So I'm like, damn. Now we lost a lot of patriotism when it comes to Thanksgiving. You don't see any Thanksgiving decorations anymore. You don't see anybody. The last time I seen a Thanksgiving decoration was like in the 3rd grade when we used to draw a turkey out of our fucking hand and shit and name 5 things we were grateful for and thankful for. And we don't even do that anymore. So that's just my off the top. Stop skipping over Thanksgiving and celebrate that holiday too.
Can I add a little off the top about that one?
Let's go.
So why did people start forgetting that they're fucking pilgrims? Especially white people, bro. Fuck those people, bro. They came over the land up Plymouth Rock. Those motherfuckers don't give a fuck about nobody no more.
That's what I'm saying, man. It just keeps it like people just skip over it. No Thanksgiving decorations in Walmart anymore. Like all you see is that one big turkey, the little cutout in front of all the dead turkeys.
But what's crazy is like Spanish people, Mexicans have been here. White people are worried about so many other fucking holidays that they're forgetting about their fucking own.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving, take ownership. Unite on Plymouth Rock. You destroyed all the Indians. Take advantage of that shit. You know what I mean? Like, like just do it, white people. It's cool. We're cool with it. You know what I mean? Like, if you guys fucked up a whole culture, we're good. We fucked up a whole nation. You know what I mean? Like, just ride with it. Enjoy the fucking. Enjoy the Thanksgiving, baby. Like, just ride with it.
Shit, man. Well, sticking with Thanksgiving. Hope everybody had a happy Thanksgiving, number one.
Yeah,
but we also had the Thanksgiving games, and I think the one thing that everybody is going to be talking about is the firing of Bob Quinn and Matt Patricia from the Detroit Lions. I wanted to kind of get your thoughts on it. As far as, do you think it was too soon? Do you think it was a good fire, or are they just kind of rebuilding now?
I think it was premature, like coming from the Texan standpoint. Like the Texans took a long time to fire their coach. So I'm thinking like typical organization, they fired him way too premature. I think the GM should have went a lot earlier, but I just think that the Lions are a forgotten franchise. Like the Barry Sanders years are over, man. I could see why he retired early. So that's about it.
I think with the players not really buying into Matt Patricia anymore, then that's when I think that's when they decided to kind of let him go as well and just start with the rebuild. I just feel bad for Stafford in a way.
No, I don't feel bad for Stafford at all. He got paid a lot of money to be there, and I don't give a good goddamn, bro. That guy's gotten a lot of money over the last few years, and he's doing good, bro. So I don't feel, and that's why Megatron retired, man, because he was tired of making the money, and this franchise wasn't going nowhere. That's just the Detroit Lions. Stafford could shut the fuck up, take a dick, and deal with what he got to deal with, because that's all he wanted was money. Say it at the end of the day.
Yeah. I mean, but if we really like, isn't Stafford one of those guys that you want to pay? I mean, he knew what the franchise was as when he went to sign that contract. If you really think about it,
Exactly. But he had a Sue. He had a lot of players at that time that could have backed him, but he took major dollars because of the fact that he wasn't under the fucking new agreement as a fucking negotiation as far as the NFL. So he took top dollar as a rookie. So did Megatron. So they took major money when they were rookies, and they weren't. It was crazy. It was just a different time in the NFL.
yeah. I mean, we'll see what goes on with that franchise. I don't know who they've named as their interim. I got to look into that, but I mean, we got to see where that franchise kind of goes. And I wanted to actually, I should have looked it up. Is how many years Stafford had left on his deal. I mean, I think that's going to be something interesting too. If he only has 1 or 2 years left, do they kind of just let him go and try to be happy somewhere else, or try to help him with the rebuild? I think at this point, though, what really hurt the Lions is if you're going to do a firing like this is something that should have been done in the beginning. And if you're kind of looking to tank it, because to me, it seems like they're already looking to tank the rest of this season. And it was kind of like, what was the point of it now? You know what I mean? If you're trying to get a better pick, then what was the actual point?
Yeah.
He's got 2 left on his contract.
2 years left on his contract. So that's going to be interesting. You know, are they going to bring a QB back in if they get a top 5 pick, or try to rebuild from now on? So that's going to be something to look at. But I think the Lions are kind of, like you said, one of those forgotten franchises, honestly.
Yeah, they are.
But one that we're not going to forget, and another interesting news, and I really wanted to get into this, was the Ravens and the Steelers being postponed. Now, because they got postponed, the reason was because of COVID-related positive test, exposure, Lamar Jackson. So they pushed back the Ravens and Steelers game. They postponed it. At first, it was supposed to go to like Sunday night. Then it went to Monday night. Now it's Tuesday. Now it affects the Cowboys too, because now they're postponing the Cowboys and Ravens game. But something that really became very interesting was all of the Broncos QBs were put on the COVID-19 list. And it seemed to us that the NFL did nothing really to make it a fair game for them as they did for the Ravens. So we also see some preferential treatment from the NFL to the reigning MVP, last year's MVP. So how do you guys feel about the NFL really, from the outside looking in, it looks like favoritism towards the Ravens.
Well, it's definitely favoritism towards the Ravens because you got the fucking MVP of the league. I just think it's bullshit that the fact that they're willing to move that many. I think it's bullshit that the fact that they're willing to move that many games already. It's too ridiculous already. Like, what the hell? You know what I mean? Honestly, I just think it's a bunch of bullshit, and I think they have to play to the MVP because you're the face of the league. You're on Madden. It is what it is. We want you to shine. So shut the fuck up. We'll make things work out for you, and that's about it.
Right. I just didn't. I mean, we know what the Broncos are. Okay, it's not like they were gonna really take the world by storm against the Saints today, but
Yep.
you kind of see you see two sides of the same coin as
Yep.
far as COVID exposure. And hey, at the very least, the Ravens had a backup quarterback. They at least had two extra quarterbacks they could have put out there instead of Lamar Jackson. But because the star is out, now, hey, we're going to postpone the game. The thing that I didn't like about that is the Broncos had nobody. You have a guy by the name of Hinton off the practice squad who was a wide receiver come in and play for them. So it gave them a very, very unfair advantage going up against, well, for the most part, a more healthy Saints team. And the hypocrisy by the NFL to really allow the Broncos to even take the field and actually record that L for them is the bullshit to me.
Which was sad. Which was sad in the sense that they didn't put that game out there. It's like it's kind of like it makes me feel like we don't care about what happens out there. Oh, this is what it is. This is COVID, whatever. But when it comes down to their stars, they're gonna pause and they're gonna do what they gotta do to make the game better because it brings ratings and it brings all. Fuck Deshaun Jack, not even Deshaun Lamar Jackson. Fuck him, bro. He's a piece of shit. We've all been talking about him like that. So shut the fuck up, get up on the field and do what you gotta do, you faggot. Like, get what I'm saying? Like, they put them up on these pedestals so much. It's like, while these young guys are having these egos, do you guys get it now? Like, because he feels like, oh, I could possibly be in contact with COVID, but I'll still play. I'll still go about myself. Like, get what I'm saying?
Right. I don't see how you move the goalpost, I guess, for one player and won't allow to move the goalpost for a whole team that
there
are
it is.
both are injured. You
You
know?
can't throw a fucking bone out for Denver, and I hate Denver. You
Mhm.
can't throw a bone out and say they don't got a starting quarterback. Let's push this game out. No, but we do it for the Ravens and Steelers,
Yeah. And it's a
and we push
total.
their other game out, and we'll push their other game out to make them feel better.
Mm-hmm.
Like, fuck them.
Can't tell me I'm wrong.
That's my opinion. If Denver was leading the division and Kansas City sucked, and they came up on this, that fucking game would have been postponed to the point where we wouldn't given a fuck. We'd have been like, all right, they'll play this time because they're that good. But
Right.
because they're not that good now, people just don't give a fuck. Play.
Right. Yeah. Well, we'll see what goes on, and especially now. I mean, you see the excess and spikes of COVID going up. I mean, it's getting colder out there, so we'll see how the rest of the season goes. I mean, if you're gonna keep postponing games, and we'll see how it comes down when it comes to the playoffs, though. Too. What if this happens during the playoffs? What are we gonna do then? You know what I mean? So I don't know. It's kind of in a way exciting to see.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a crapshoot.
Well, and then
Like,
that's the
man.
difference between COVID and it almost seems like the Cowboys hit the injury bug instead of the COVID bug. I mean, in Thanksgiving game, you had Steele and Zach Martin go out. That O-line,
Hector, look at her. Look at Hector changing transitions.
bro.
Hey, the injuries with the Cowboys. Wow, that offensive line. Andy Dalton's really struggling, huh?
I'm just saying, I think Dak would have played better in that game, but we got to give it to Dalton. That was the one day, bro. I even told Smurf. I texted Smurf and I was like, "Yo, Cowboys win by 2 scores. I believe in Dalton today." The one day I believed in Dalton, it was like one of the shittiest games I've ever seen. It was just horrid. But the injury bug just caught up to him. Kind of backpedaling on Matt Patricia. You see,
And I think that you guys are giving up on your coaching. I think that's what it is. I think you guys are giving up on your coaching really a lot, and I honestly think it just looks bad. Like you guys don't give a shit. I think you guys might have liked Jason Garrett the Clapper, and you guys might have liked him, but who knows, man? We'll find it in years to come.
It's hard to tell, man, because I mean, the way they played against the Vikings, it made it seem like I'll never question a player's heart when it comes to a game because I really don't know.
Yeah.
So I honestly hate when people do that on First Take and speak for yourself. Oh, they're playing with no heart. They're playing with no heart. I don't know. That's something that I can't really judge by my eyes because that's something
There's the one that talks about Carson Wentz.
Man, he ain't got it. I just said he ain't got it. That's different. That's different. No,
there you go.
That's different because I'm just saying he ain't got it.
No, it's not different because you're talking about him as a rival. That's what I'm saying. The NFC East has experienced a lot of injuries because you guys have tried to keep up. You guys are like the stock market, bro. The NFC East, you guys try to buy and sell players so bad to the point where you guys get injured players and you guys are fucked up.
So what did I say? That you got to stop being subjective, like trying to hate on people because the Cowboys are in the same boat?
No. I don't. I'm gonna be straight up objective. I think when it comes, I actually agree with you guys. I don't think they're really. Number one, I don't think they're buying into Mike Nolan's system. That's what I will say. I think now
Mike Nolan. Who's Mike Nolan?
The defensive coordinator.
I don't care about. What about your head coach, bro?
When it comes to the head coach, I think.
Yeah, because I'm looking at my crooked nose right now, and they're not making no sense. Like,
no, what I'm saying is,
are they buying Mike McCarthy's fucking system? Because that's what it is.
Well,
he's your head coach.
If you let me get there, I was gonna go down.
All right, go for it. All right, go for it. I'm just saying, because don't dish it off on Mike Nolan. You gotta dish it off on your freaking You gotta go from the shit rolls downhill, buddy. So go from the top down.
What I'm saying is, I think you have players on the fence as far as buying into Mike McCarthy. And I've said this in the past few episodes that it almost seems, because the players know, they understand all the injuries they've sufficed, especially their QB1. You got a lot of injuries decimating that team, and it's really putting that team back. But at the same time, you have a lot of weird calls, like a 4th and 10 fake punt in their own territory, where you're like, why would you call that at that time? Why? I know we're losing, but don't just give them an easy out right there. So there's times where I feel the team is like, what the fuck is he doing? Why did you even make that call? But then there's also like that other side of them where they're like, yo, but at the same time, we're missing this guy, we're missing that guy, starting this. Like, we have to make do with what we have. And with what we have right now, we cannot make do. So that's where I feel like the players are on the fence. Because if you looked, as far as the offense, you saw a lot of offensive players in the beginning of the season talk about how that system was, they really liked it. It was a lot of movement. It was very different from what they were what they were doing with the Jason Garrett. But also, we cannot be also premature. And I know Jerry Jones is not one of those guys to be premature in firing a coach after the first year, especially seeing how this year went. So I can tell you this, McCarthy's going to stay for this next year. Now, when it comes to Mike Nolan, kind of took him a little too long to get people to buy into the system. And even now, I really feel like they're not buying into the system. And the reason I wanted to say that is because I felt that the Cowboys last year should have kept Chris Richard and promoted him to the defensive coordinator. That was going to be hard to do because you had Mike McCarthy come in and he hired his own staff. But Chris Richard should have been that defensive coordinator. He was one of those coaches that had a solid system, would have actual game plans and solid game plans for other teams. He would adjust as the game went on, not just before or after halves. And he also held his players accountable. So the fact that Chris Richard right now doesn't even have a job, I think Jerry Jones is playing it back in his head and saying, I got to get this guy back on. But I'll tell you this, McCarthy is going to stay this upcoming year. Go ahead.
You're crazy, bro. You remind me of a 1992 fucking person that just won the Super Bowl and they're just justifying the reason they're bad. You just said it. Jerry Jones, man. Get rid of him. He ruined the team. He fired the best coach that you guys ever had. He doesn't know what you guys got. He hires, like I said, off of Marco saying, he hired Mike McCarthy, like Marco said, off the clearance aisle. Nobody wanted him. He got him off the clearance aisle, like Marco said.
Right.
And I think it is what it is, man. That's it. Cowboys are gonna be the Cowboys, man, forever. And it's gonna be shitty, but you guys gotta just learn how to deal with it, man.
Yeah, it's hard being a Cowboys fan. I'll tell you that. It is so hard, especially when you're like a legit Cowboys fan. You know, it's not just like, oh, wearing the star when they're good and wearing your jersey when they're good.
With
Like,
the fact that they post that shit constantly
mm-hmm.
of America's team and they post you guys trying to do good. It's hard on a player, hard on everything.
Yeah.
Because now your ownership got to deliver, but they don't care about delivering. They don't care about wins. Your franchise don't give a fuck about nothing. They don't care about winning the Super Bowl because they make more money than any fucking franchise in the fucking NFL. And know what they care about? Dollars and cents. That's all Jerry Jones cares about. The hype. He wants the hype to make more money.
Right. And you can see
That's
that.
it. And it's teams like the fucking Kansas City Chiefs that fucking build and build and build over 10 years to fucking win a Super Bowl that he's going like, oh, I wish I could be like, no, you can't be like them because you're a fucking idiot because you want fucking dollars every year. But you got to sacrifice. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, it's going to be, like I said, I'll say it again. I mean, they know one thing's for certain, one thing's for sure. You got to sign Dak Prescott. That's all I know. You know what I'm saying? Number 4, baby, I'm still rocking with you. You know what I mean? Well, now I think we need to talk about the Raiders. Today was not a good day, man. Going up against the Falcons, who we joke constantly, but they always prove us right when it comes to a joke about them blowing
I just say
leads.
it's not the Falcons, it's the Mean Machine.
Okay. Well, the Mean Machine really whooped y'all asses today, bro. Like, I thought at some point, literally in the second half, I'm like, oh, the Raiders just kind of took them lightly. All right, they're about to show up. They're about to show up. It
That's
seemed
why I'm
like
wearing my Cleveland Indians hat today, bro. That's why I'm wearing my Cleveland Indians hat today, bro. I'd rather wear this in silver and black than fucking a Raiders hat. Fuck that, bro.
it was. I've never seen a game like honestly that game. I felt like every time the Raiders had the ball, they were just turning that shit over. Like within one or two plays, I'm like, all right, they got a
On the
solid drive.
fucking goal line. On
Yeah,
the fucking goal line. It was like every turnover is on the fucking goal line, bro. Did you see that?
yes. I
It
just
was awful. I had
I,
to turn off the game. I was legitimately distraught. I had to go put on this hat. I said, fuck it. The Indians will win a World Series here pretty soon. I rather that from a fucking than a Super Bowl. And I'm walking around and everybody's going like, "What's wrong with you?" I was like, "Cause the fucking Raiders suck." I had to take off that hat after a while because it just bothered me. I always
so
wear my Raiders hat. But
one
fuck that.
interesting stat that I saw during that game though was that last year they were in the same position with the same record that they were in this week, going up against the 3-7 Jets, in which they lost 35-3 in that game against the
Oh
Jets,
yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I saw that.
and ended up going 1-5 the rest of the season to
Yep.
miss the playoffs. So what do you think is the Raiders' deal? Like, are they still, I don't know, under Gruden? Are they still trying to learn how to win? Is
No,
kind of,
we're fucking afraid of success, bro.
you
We don't know
think
how to
so?
succeed. Yeah, we don't know how to succeed. We could go fucking great the one week to the next. We fucking suck because we fucking have that attitude like a fucking dumbass, and we just want to win. Like, no, you're not just gonna win. You gotta earn the fucking win, you idiot. You know what I mean?
Because I legit thought that they took the Falcons very lightly because they, in a way, went toe to toe with Kansas City the week before, ended up losing that game,
Yep.
but still, we're like, hey, we're a solid team, you know.
Yeah.
And going up against the Falcons, you know, their head coach got fired. You have an interim head coach. You got a team that is really not in the running for something anymore. But the Raiders seem like they lost the will to play right away again. Like it's almost like the Falcons really stepped on their throat and
It was like they're.
kept it.
It was like they were all three-step, bro. Like they were
Mhm.
all sad or something. Like we just walked in there to just give them a game, bro. It was crazy. It was awful.
It was sad to see, and we gotta keep a note on how the Raiders do going forward, because if they miss the playoffs again, I mean, you signed John Gruden to a 10-year deal, so we'll see how that
Yeah,
goes.
John Gruden was pissed, bro.
Yeah.
John Gruden was fucking mad, bro. Did you see his press conference?
No, I
He
didn't.
livid, bro. He was Chucky. He looked like Chucky Child's Play, the original.
I'm gonna have to check it out. I'm gonna have to check
He
it
was
out.
all red faced, red haired. I thought he was about to break out into a stroke, bro.
All right, let's get into some rapid talks. Let's get into some rapid talks now. Uh, Titans and Derrick Henry. I just want to say I still believe Derrick Henry is actually one of the best in the best running back in the NFL thus far. I mean, he's stayed consistent. He had 178 yards and 3 touchdowns in the first half alone. It seems like the Titans have a formula that fit them and it suits them. They still need a quarterback. As far as I think when they get into those playoff games, they need that guy, that quarterback that they can rely on. Under 2 minutes, get us a dub. I don't think Tannehill's that guy. So, what are your thoughts on the Titans?
I think they look good. I like the Titans. I think Henry is the fucking GOAT right now. on running backs, and I think that win against the fucking Colts was a solid fucking win, man. They needed it, and they got it.
Yeah. 2 straight weeks. I mean, you got to look
Yeah.
up for the Titans. You got to look up.
Yeah. And no, honestly, the only thing that could slow them down is themselves.
Yeah.
They start shooting themselves in the foot.
I mean, they went on that run last year, and it seems like they're kind of. One thing I just got to say about Henry, man, he's so big, he's so strong, but at the same time, he's so elusive, man. He has really nice footwork for being that big of a guy.
Yeah, but who has fucking dreads like that too? Like
I knew you was gonna say something about that shit. I knew you were gonna say some shit about that.
Who does, bro? That guy has some fucking dreads that are thicker than my cock. You know?
Hey, definitely thicker than mine. You know what I'm saying? Anyways. All right, and rapid talk. NFC West. You got the Rams losing to the 49ers today. Nick Mullins was starting. It's not like he did much. It was more of like a defensive game. You had defensive pick sixes. You had a couple of interceptions from Goff that really came down to the wire. But Nick Mullins did what he had to do in those in that last minute to drive them down into field goal range and to win that game. I just wanted to say that it seems like the NFC West, man, is one of the toughest divisions out there to win. I think they all play each other very well within that division. But it's so crazy to me that the Niners have won 4 straight games against the Rams. It seems like the Rams, that's the one formula. Sean McVay and Kyle Shanahan really go at it, man.
Honestly, I think that the fucking the NFC West is really good, man. I hate them. I don't like them. But fuck, I just really enjoy watching them. You know what I mean? Like watching that game. Like, cause like I know the Niners ain't shit right now, but they play their divisional games really well, and I just got to give them their props on what's going on.
One last thing I'll say about the NFC West is in each one of those teams, they have really, really good coaching.
Say it again.
You cannot deny that coaching. And Arizona's coach, he's starting to kind of get it and gel as far as how the league goes, how that division goes. That's going to be a tough division for many years to come. How the Bills also are flying under the radar, man. I think they're a really good team. They're going to be a contender in the playoffs. That's all I got to say about the Bills.
Yeah, they are. They'll be good contenders. I see them making it big, but fuck yeah. It's going to be a nice little closer with them. But they're the Bills, bro.
Yeah.
We saw Jim Kelly. We saw them play the Cowboys. They're the Bills, buddy. That's all I got to say about them.
All right. Well, that kind of wraps up the NFL talk. And, you know, at this time, you know, the Bears and the Packers are playing. We'll talk about that moving forward. But one thing I wanted to get into, man, did you the big talk of the weekend was the Roy Jones and Mike Tyson fight. And but the even bigger
Nate Robinson got the fuck out, bro.
That was the bigger talk.
Fuck out.
So I know you wanted to kind of speak about this, so I'm gonna let you lead on this one.
Okay, so I'll say this. As a fellow guy that's been knocked out by younger and smaller guys, I have been beat up by small. I'm more afraid of smaller dudes than it is big guys ever. I will not want to fight. If I see somebody creeping up on me and they're like, "Hey, what's up, bro?" and they're like smaller than me, I'm going, "Oh, this guy's not has a fight, bro. He's gonna knock me out. He's gonna hit me with the 1-2. I'm gonna be knocked the fuck out." You know what I mean? So when I saw Nate Robinson going in there, I was like, he has a shot because there's a chance that he could be that guy. But he's a basketball player. Like, he doesn't know how to fight. And when I heard that this YouTube guy knows how to fight a little bit, I was like, oh, he's knocked the shit out of him. That was it. Because when you see them fight, you could see the hands, the way he's keeping them up, too. Like, he's keeping them up around his face. Nate Robinson kind of drops his hand down a little bit. And another thing is Nate is swinging to the fences. So he's coming from down here and going like this, like out, when you should be going like straight, you know what I mean? Right. And I started noticing that shit, and I noticed he was gonna get knocked the fuck out. And when I saw him get knocked the fuck out, I was like, God damn, that's like me getting knocked out, dude. Fucking A. Good times though. I got knocked out by some little guys, bro. I'm not gonna lie, like 5'7" guys. Dude. Good times though.
So I've heard a lot of people talk about the fight. Obviously, it was the talk of the weekend. But one thing I noticed is I've seen a lot of like professional boxers and even amateur boxers talking about the fight, and I seen how they were kind of pissed off about it, really, because they're kind
a
of
lot of them were. A lot of them were.
they were talking about how like, hey man, like we trained our whole life since we were kids to learn how to box and learn how to fight, and all we wanted was a shot. All we wanted was a prime time type of fight, and we want to get paid for all our due diligence in the sport. And now you have these YouTube guys who are just famous off YouTube, create a following, and all of a sudden you're able to call out people and make money off of it. So you have these actual.
Yeah, that's.
To me.
Keep going.
To me, that is kind of, now when I heard that, I didn't even think about that. But when I heard a lot of them saying it, they were like, you guys are making a mockery of our sport. You're making it seem like anybody can just start hitting a punching bag, learn a couple combinations, and go out there and fight for money. When there's a lot of skill that is involved, there's a lot of technique, there's a lot of training that is involved in order to get those primetime fights. To end it off, I kind of see where a lot of those boxers, were coming from, and talking about how they train so much for a sport. They do everything they can to just get a title shot, and it almost seems like you're just getting people off the street or people with a following, and they're tuning in and getting these primetime fights, and in a way, I kind of see it as a slap in the face of a lot of great boxers and a lot of people that are training in that sport. Boxing is unlike any other sport. Just like the UFC, it's a one-on-one, but the difference is there's no game. There's strategy and there's technique, yes, but at the end of the day, it's a war. You're literally paid and training to hurt somebody, to really knock them out, and that's how you're gonna win. So it's a testament to their training and what they endure every single day. They step into that gym to train for that fight. Well, guys, this was fun. Hopefully, we'll be back together soon. That's what I'm hoping for. You guys obviously see the difference, but we were back at it like a crack addict, baby, and we here to stay. Just make sure y'all follow us on Instagram at TSR Show. We're gonna be doing all the updates there, especially with any difficulties that we have in regards to the show, either being posted or not posted. just make sure you guys follow us and drop a comment, drop a like, and tell anybody and everybody that you know about the TSR show, baby, because we're here to stay. All right. For my boy Smurf, for my boy Ant, I'm your boy Hectic, and we'll catch y'all next week.